What's going on, everyone? My name is Jarzard and welcome back to another day in Bremdale. It turns out that destroying my carnival took a lot longer than I anticipated. So, welcome to Destroying My Carnival 2.5. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 of this segment, I'll make sure to link it in the description below. And as always, make sure to take a look at my island tour if you haven't seen that already. Alright, let's get building. The view from up here looks amazing, but unfortunately, this is going to be one of the last times that we see this. We gotta focus on clearing out some of the flowers on top of here, remove these windmills, and then close out these waterfalls. And just like that, we're ready to knock down the 3rd level. This just makes me sad. Oh man, I just realized how much space I'm actually going to have after I knock down this mountain. I don't know why it took me so long to realize this. So I'm trying to decide if I want to remove all my items out of my carnival first, or knock down this 2nd level. I guess it doesn't really matter, let's just knock down the 2nd level first, get it out of the way, and then we'll focus on the items. I just had a vision for the jump route that people are going to have to take to get to the new 2nd area that we built out over there. Let me play around with this a little more and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Yep, I think this is just enough space for us to create a brand new scene back here. Cool, I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I think the next thing that we want to do is build water around these pillars so that people can't get up here with just a ladder. I think one of the main reasons why I wasn't invested in this area is because I couldn't think of any items to put in these booths. But hey, sometimes things don't work out, and I'm a believer of if you can't be fully invested in anything, then don't do it at all, right? So that's why we're starting over here. Jeez, look at all this space. There's really so much that we can do here. But before we get started with that, let's clear out some of these paths. So I think I'm going to leave the flowers here, mostly because I'm lazy. I really don't want to move these flowers. I hate moving flowers, so I think right now this will act as a good boundary between these two spaces. I'm digging holes right now because I'm going to complement these flowers with trees behind them. That way, these two spaces would be truly separated. Well everyone, it's about that time. We have to move these flowers, otherwise we can't move forward here. Okay, so I got a little distracted and I started working on the area where my Statue of Liberty is. So let's get back to it. I just came from my house and I have hedges with me right now so we can place them behind my trees. That looks pretty good. So if you guys noticed, I did remove my flowers and I want to put some flowers in between my trees instead because I think the hedges will act as a good background to help the flowers pop out a little more. I'm not too sure what kind of flowers I want to put here yet, so let's experiment with a few colors. I think I'm going to start with some yellow and purple maybe, just because I have these flowers around right now. Before we head back to Nook's and Cranny to pick up a shovel, let's add some hedges here and just finish off this work. I feel good about this. Let's head back to Nook's Cranny and pick up a shovel. Yep, I don't think I'm feeling the purple flowers. So one of the things that I realized while working on anything really here is that sometimes you gotta step away from what you're working on to realize that what you did just doesn't cut it anymore. But I'm feeling the yellow way more, so let's keep that and then let's focus on removing the rest of the flowers that we have left over here. My pockets were looking pretty full, so let's get rid of some stuff before we proceed. So while I was back at my house, I decided to take a quick break and appreciate my robots once again. It sounds really weird, but I really do use this spot as a source of motivation. Alright, so this side waterfall just doesn't cut it anymore, so let's start tearing it down. Oh man, that made a huge difference. So one of the main reasons why that was up in the first place was I didn't know what to put here, so whenever I don't know what to build, I add a waterfall, and that's never really a good sign of something that you should keep. The next thing that I want to do here is start laying down the terracotta path. At first I didn't think I was going to like this path, but the moment that I laid it out with the iron fencing, man, nothing beats that combination. Now it's definitely one of my go-tos. See, this is what I'm saying. I think this looks really good, and I'm glad that we decided to take this route. So I started laying out a fence and items here and there, but I'm probably not going to keep any of it. The idea is this will probably spark creativity for something new. So I'm up here grabbing these trees because I just had the great idea to turn one of my spaces into a campground. Definitely using the dark path as a foundation will give it that campground feel. Alright, so I think this is turning out real good. So the reason why I decided to lay out these trees here is for two reasons. One, to block the pillars, and two, create a secret entrance to the space behind it. So after looking at this for a minute, I decided that I want to lay my trees down in a circular pattern. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to knock down some land here. I think this might work. This might actually look good. I'm not gonna lie. It bugs me a little bit that, no, it bugs me a lot that there isn't a tree on the other side to build more symmetry here. So I think we're gonna have to readjust some of the land off to the left. Well, there you have it. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 new spaces, all from destroying just this carnival area. Now, if you just stumbled across my channel, I highly recommend you watch parts 1 and 2 to see what this space looked like before. And as always, show your support by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel, especially if you want to see more content like this one. And you definitely want to stay tuned to see coverage on how I end up decorating these areas. I appreciate all your time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.